Can ChatGPT write your MBA essays? Technically, yes. But should it write your MBA essays? That's a very different question. Because here's what happens. When applicants rely too heavily on AI, there are what I like to call fingerprints. And once you know what they are, you can't unsee them. So in this video, I'm going to share 3 telltale signs that admissions readers notice when an essay is overly AI generated. If we haven't met, I'm Melody Jones, and I'm the founder and president of Vantage MBA Admissions Consulting. And over the last decade, my team and I have reviewed thousands of MBA essays to the top programs like Harvard and Stanford and Wharton and unsee and others. And this past cycle, the 2025-2026 admissions cycle, we spent an inordinate amount of time undoing the damage caused by letting ChatGPT become an author. So this topic comes from that very real experience. Can you tell I have strong feelings about this? Now, before we dive in, let me be clear about something. I'm not anti-AI. Used well, it can be a helpful tool for brainstorming and structure. And it's even decent with synonyms and word count reduction. But the problem is when it becomes the writer. And that's when things go wrong. So let's get into it. Sign number 1 is stock ChatGPT language. The first telltale sign is stock ChatGPT phrasing. Certain phrases show up over and over again in AI-written essays. Things like, it wasn't just about X, about Y. Not X, but Y. At its core, in many ways, this experience taught me. Or words like ultimately, truly, deeply, quietly, real. Now, none of these are bad by themselves, but when an essay is packed with them, it starts to sound familiar and generic, like it could belong to anyone, and that's a red flag. Sign number 2 is perfect rhythm and neat sets of 3. AI loves symmetry, so you'll see sentences like, this taught me resilience, adaptability, and empathy. I learned to listen, reflect, and lead. Everything comes in perfect 3s. Everything flows perfectly. Everything is balanced. And it sounds nice, sure, but it's also unnatural. Real people are messy writers, or certainly not consistent ones. They emphasize one thing more than another. They use uneven sentence length. They have quirks and what can't be described as anything else but a certain tone of voice. AI is just too neat, and admissions readers will notice that. Sign number 3 is generic emotion without specifics. AI is really good at sounding insightful, but it's bad at being insightful. So you'll see lines like, I felt overwhelmed and uncertain. Or this moment challenged me deeply. I confronted my limitations, but there's no story behind it. It's all tell and no show. No specific moment, no specific details. It's just what I call safe emotion. But real reflection, the hard kind, the kind that might keep you awake at night, it sounds concrete. It's relatable. It's specific and detailed. It feels a little bit vulnerable. When emotions are stated without evidence, it's usually artificial. So what does this mean for you? It doesn't mean you can't use AI at all. What it does mean is don't let AI replace your thinking. Use it to brainstorm, sure. Use it to organize your thoughts, sure. But your voice, your experiences, your insights, those have to come from you. Because that's what the admissions committee is evaluating. If this video was helpful, please like it below and subscribe to this channel. This is where I share practical and honest advice about MBA admissions so that you can navigate the application process with more clarity and less overwhelm. I'll see you in the next video.